These are the biggest signs that you should leave a woman on red. Whenever you leave a woman on red, you're letting her know that you're capable of walking away. Now, this is actually going to make you look more attractive because guess what? Most women never get left on red. In fact, most guys are the ones that are getting left on red, but for some reason, a lot of men are afraid to do it to women. So once again, here are the signs that you should do it starting right.
Most men are afraid to leave women on red, and that can be anything, right? Leaving a woman on red is the same thing as walking away when you're not being treated how you want to be treated, or just removing yourself from a situation. A lot of times as men, we don't do that because that's the most beautiful woman we done ever had. How do I know that? Because that was me for so many years. For me, the more beautiful a woman was, the more she could get away with. Because in my head, I was thinking, oh, I don't want to mess this up. So naturally, I would never dare to leave a woman on red, even though I don't have my read receipts on. I've never been that type of dude, but leaving a girl on red is the same thing as not texting somebody back or ignoring them or walking away. You're doing that because you're standing 10 toes down. You're doing that to show her, until you treat me better, I will walk away. Because a lot of times, dudes don't do that to women, especially the better a woman looks. Oh yeah, dudes ain't walking away. They putting up with more things. And that's called putting yourself last. But I digress. Let's go ahead and finish up the video.
Now, number one is low compliance. All that really means is allowing you to lead and allowing her to follow. So if she's not following, giving you pushback, for example, you guys are texting on a dating app or maybe even texting through text, and you say, hey, what's your Instagram? Or hey, what's your phone number? And she says, it's better off if we stay here. Then that's a sign of low compliance. And
low compliance is huge. And the thing is, most of us men, all men will experience that. It don't matter what level you at. I don't care if you're at Drake's level, Chris Brown level, you're going to experience low compliance. And all low compliance is, it can be changing up the plans. It could be, like he said on the dating app, when you're trying to move it off the app, she says, nah, let's just keep it here. Or if you try to hang out, she says, nah, let's talk and text more. Guys, anytime a woman is not going along with your program, is going to be difficult. And I found this out the hard way. The last two women I had in my life, or they weren't the last two women in my life, but the last two women that tried to change the plans and I went along with it, it didn't work out. I feel like they almost lost respect for me. Because when a woman switches up the plans, she is not going along with your program. You know what I'm saying? So anytime a woman gives you alternative plans on what we should do, unless it's somebody you're in a serious relationship with, right, and they're just bringing an idea to the table, that's different. We're talking about the beginning stages of dating. If the woman is switching up the plans and she's not respecting the input that you brought out there and she's totally neglecting it, that's when you have to walk away. Because you can't change who somebody is. But what you can do is walk away. Because when you walk away, you leave it in her court. So now, once I walk away, if she wants something from me, well, she can let me know. Because other than that, I'm not finna be with a woman who wants me to follow her lead when I am the leader.
A low sign of compliance also shows a lack of interest. You should only be dealing with high interest women. So if you see low compliance, leave her on red, and then more than likely a few weeks later, or maybe even a few days later, sometimes they reach back out. The next sign.
Yeah, and also too, I want to touch on the fact of dealing with high interest women. Like that's something I discuss a lot on this channel. Like high interest women only. No medium interest, no low interest, high interest. And high interest don't mean she's sending you heart emojis and she's jumping out the gym to see. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. High interest is just a woman who's making it easy for you. It's a woman where if you do meet her on a dating app, she's responsive to the messages. She's giving input back. She's engaging. She's cooperating when you try to take it off the app to maybe a FaceTime or maybe your Instagram or whatever you do. It's a woman who just cooperates. You know what I'm saying? You want women who are interested, women who are excited to go out with you. Not a woman that's like, oh, I got to check my schedule. I'm not sure yet. Can I get back to you? Because anytime a woman is doing that, it's a sign of low interest. So you got to pay it. You know what I'm saying? Because as men, what we do, we pay attention to how we feel about the woman. So we like, man, this is the baddest chick I done dealt with. Man, she's so bad. She's so fine. Like, and you're just ignoring all the signs of she doesn't rock with you.
One is low investment. Whenever you're having a conversation, it should be equal on both parties. Is she asking you questions back? Is she making statements? Does she seem eager and interested to get to know you and to get to meet you? If not, then that's a sign of low investment. This is when you see a lot of one-word answers, a lot of one-word replies. You gotta ask yourself, like, how can I keep this conversation going? If you have to do all that, bro, just simply leave her on red. Now, I know leaving women on red scares a lot of guys, but as I said before, this is actually gonna make you look more attractive, and more than likely, potentially, they may even come back. So try it out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the goal of dating is to have people that want to be in your life as well as you want to be in their life. So you have to put in a lot of measures in place to be able to sense that. When a woman is putting obstacles in my way, I'm good, because clearly you're not that interested, because I know that a woman is not giving obstacles to the next dude. So it's like, clearly you're not interested in me. So why would I continue to put myself through the fire when I don't have to? Because a lot of times we'll tell ourselves in our head, man, this is the best I'll ever do. So let me just stay here and go through all the obstacles. And a lot of us tell ourselves that, and we do that. And that's a sign of low self-respect. It's a sign of low respect. The best thing I heard, one of the best things I've ever heard was that time tells the truth. If you want to figure out if somebody likes you, time tells the truth. If somebody's giving you a difficult time and you walk away from the situation, time will tell the truth. If that person really rocks with you, they'll reach out. Time always tells the truth. That's what I love about it, because it just tells the truth. We cannot be afraid to walk away from women. Why? Because here's the thing. You got to put yourself first. Do you think women stay with dudes that they don't like? No. Women only mess with women only mess with men that they like. So as men, we should be doing the same thing. Why would you mess with a woman who doesn't like you? Because I guarantee you, what if that same girl that you going all extra hard for, what if that same woman did look half as good as what she looked? So what if that woman that you found was an 8.9? What if she was a 4.9? Would you tolerate that type of behavior from her then? No, you wouldn't. So that's my whole point. For one, we got to start treating everybody the same. Just because a woman looks good from the beauty aspect or from the outside perspective, that has nothing to do with her inner characteristics. That has nothing to do with her liking you. That has nothing to do with her making your life easier. That has nothing to do with her being an asset to your life. That's why it's like you got to get past the looks. A lot of us get controlled by how a woman looks, and we go off of that because we're going off our emotions instead of going off logic and reason. The thing is, when you first start out dating women and you're just getting into this game or you're still struggling, the thing is you go from the mindset of, let me prove myself, to versus when you start to learn from your mistakes and you learn from why you messed up in this situation and you self-reflect, you go from that to seeing, okay, what can this woman do for me? Yeah, she look good. Yeah, that got you in the door, but what else you got? Okay, you got some fat back there, but what else you got? Okay, you got some double D. Okay, what else you got? Okay, you super pretty in the face, but what else you got? Because to me, that's cool. Yeah, you look good. That got you in the door, but that's not going to keep you in the door. And that's what we have to learn to do with women. But here's the thing. A lot of times, and I've said this multiple times, we either got one woman we really, 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 really like, and then we got 3 other women or 4 other women who want us, but we don't want. And that's usually the issue. So the thing is, we have to put ourselves in position to have more abundance, more options with women that we want and that want us too. Because when you have options that you want and that want you too, what you're going to do is you're going to see which one is the best fit for you. And that's what women do. Women see which man is the best fit for them. And we got to do the same thing. But the way to get to that point is by building your mindset, building your emotional maturity, working on those insecurities, working on your fashion, working on your hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Getting a better physique in the gym. That's the things we got to work on. And as we work on that more and more and more and more, then you'll be able to attract more women who you want and that want you too. And that's the goal, to have options with the woman that you want. Because at that point, you're just choosing what's best for you. And that's the mind frame that we got to get from. And let me now circle it back around to the topic of this video. When a woman is giving you low or medium interest, or she's putting obstacles in your way, not making it easy for you, texting back 25,000 hours later, or, giving you maybes, or nah, we can stay on here and talk. When a woman is giving you those type of things and she's not cooperating with your operation, that's when it's time to dip. See, that's what separates the boys from the men. Are you able to know when it's time to leave? You got to have standards for yourself. Because when you start to disrespect yourself and start to do a little bit too much, a little bit too extra, that's when the woman starts to lose respect. A woman will respect you more for leaving when she's putting all those obstacles in your way than you continue to pursue and chase when she doesn't want you. She will respect you way more than just staying there and taking it. Because that's what that's saying to her, is that you have no other options. Okay, this guy clearly, so let me continue to toy with him. Let me continue to play with him since he wants to play. And that's the thing. For me, I don't play games. I don't have time for that. So if a woman is not cooperating with me, I'm good. Because clearly this is going to be an issue. So that's just what I want us men to think about, is just doing what's best for you, putting yourself first. Women put themselves first. Women don't mess with dudes that they don't like, but we mess with women we don't like. And that is the dating game. So guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Make sure y'all go link to me on Patreon for exclusive content. That link is in the description. And also too, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.